Violence in schools today. Now, officials from the Mpumalanga Department of Education are expected to visit the school in Bushbuck Ridge, where a 30-year-old female teacher was allegedly gunned down by her husband in front of learners and staff. Spokesperson for the department, Jasper Zwane, confirmed that Kate Chilowani, a teacher at Sediba Satutu Primary School, died after she was shot in full view of a class of grade 2 learners yesterday. The police also confirmed that her husband later shot himself at their home. Zwane says all the affected will receive counselling. Now, early on the story, our reporter Mweli Masilela spoke to Mpumalanga Police spokesperson Brigadier Leonard Tlati, as well as the spokesperson of Mpumalanga's Education Department, Jasper Zwane. But before we go that, let's just go back to Peter. He's got an update for us. Peter Ndoro.
Right, welcome back. We're here in Pretoria for the 37th SADC Summit, and it's all kicking off today with the Council of Ministers. And we've just seen a short while ago the opening ceremony and the handing over of the chairmanship to our own Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Maite Nkoana-Mashabane. Let's talk to her now just about her message and her hopes and ambitions for the year ahead. Minister, thank you very much for joining us, and welcome. We've just seen the opening ceremony, and just tell us how important this gathering is, particularly the Council of Ministers.
Well, it is important that, one, this is the Women's Month in South Africa, August. Two, we are celebrating Oliver Reginald Tambo's year in South Africa. Three, SADC is no longer just a country comprised of frontline states. It's made of 15 members, and it's now a fully fledged developmental or regional bloc. And it's celebrating its 25th year in existence. We've got a plan. We want the plan to work for our people. We do not have time to waste. We had a special summit that in Zimbabwe, called by President Mugabe, to focus on industrialization. We went to Botswana, we looked at the hindrances. We went to Swaziland, and we said we now have identified how to improve our regional indicative strategic and development plan and framework. So this is the time to implement. We want to see more and more cross-border and integration program and projects, which will then allow us to contribute positively in the tripartite agreement of SADC, EAC and COMESA, and to the Continental Free Trade Agreement for us to achieve the SADC we want, which is a good building block to build the Africa we want in terms of the aspirations of Agenda 2063.
Talk to us a little about the theme that you have set for this gathering.
Mm-hmm. Well, the theme focuses on value chains, that as we say we are industrializing, we need to be, and we think we are ready to streamline who does what for us to work indeed in terms of this partnership between government and business, and strengthening up the value chains and keeping on making our people their own liberators by creating jobs and not becoming job seekers. So the theme focuses on partnership between government and private sector, and also how we work together to improve and make our economy look better. We are not unaware of the global vagaries of challenges of slow growth, but we think we can make a positive contribution because we have the wherewithal. We've got a youthful population. We've got 60% of arable land. We've got trillions of dollars worth of available, extractable mineral resources that the world needs. So we need to beneficiate using appropriate skills. So our youth no longer, who are in majority, need to be educated, but they need also adequate skills to take advantage of these opportunities.
All right, Minister, you spoke about policy direction and creating an enabling environment. Talk to us a little bit about that and what the private sector can expect from this grouping as a collective so that they can assist and do the things that you're hoping they'll be able to do.
We are saying to the private sector, on your marks, get set. We are ready to play our part. That's why we want to waste no time, but to make sure that we empower them, we remove all the impediments that they think we still have to move forward with speed.
Is there the political will from all the member states on the same level to get this job done?
Majority of SADC member states, 15 in number, are well-meaning. They are ready to open up, except for a few that still have some security challenges, like Lesotho and the DRC. But we are working together with them, and we are receiving positive reports.
All right, so what are you going to be doing in the next couple of days?
In the next couple of days, the next coming 2 days, we will be having a ministerial part of the summit, preparing for the heads of states to say this is the agenda we think we should be following, which they have instructed to put up together. And then on the 18th and 19th, then we'll have a heads of states. But what I like is that we are theme focused, and we know what our people said they wanted.
Okay, and what are you committing as the chairperson for the year ahead? When I have this conversation with you at the end of the year, when I look back, what will you say, what do you want to have been your biggest achievement?
Well, our biggest achievement is we are in all the plurilateral lists, and we are just not adding the numbers. We are adding impact. We always try and make sure that as South Africans, as Masupatsela of Oliver Tambo, we don't just speak for South Africa, but we positively project the image of a good Africa, and in terms of Agenda Africa 2063, of the Africa we want. Our youth are ready.
And final message perhaps to all our viewers across SADC, what participation should citizens be taking in projects such as this?
Well, we need not just depend on governments, but we need to work with governments, that the opportunities that open up for us, we take full advantage of. Where there are pitfalls, we do not take forever to point at them, so that we remove the unintended obstacles and focus on development that our people are yearning for, because we can.
All right, Minister, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations on your appointment as the new chairperson, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you.
All right, so that's the new chairperson of the SADC Council of Ministers, the Minister Maite Nkoana-Mashabane, and she was talking about the agenda going forward, that we've talked a lot. We now have to implement and get things done. So that's the new chairperson. It's my great pleasure now to introduce the outgoing chairperson, His Royal Highness Prince Slangu Sempi. Thank you very much for joining.